Jalen Hurts, I think he's an NFL quarterback. That's my biggest takeaway of the weekend. I think he's an NFL quarterback. I think he proved it. People said he couldn't pass, and he passed at a pretty high level. He went toe-to-toe with Kyler Murray, who many believe is probably the top building block young quarterback, I think most people would say. Number one fantasy football draft pick for a couple people in this room. So I think they understand that Kyler Murray is that kind of talent. So you go toe-to-toe with a guy like Kyler Murray on the NFL level, I think it shows that you can keep it hang. That's my biggest takeaway is that Jalen Hurts is an NFL quarterback.
Not so fast, my guy. Not so fast. He did have an impressive performance, but Kyler Murray does not play cornerback or safety. He's not a defensive back. And the Cardinals all year have really been just average at best as a passing defense. And Patrick Peterson isn't the guy that he once was. He lit him up, right? You got to play the people that are on your schedule that's in front of you. He did what he was supposed to do. But I'm not going to crown him just yet, and especially not in his first season. Let these teams get more tape on him, and let's see what happens year two. Let's not crown him yet.
Yeah, T. I think you hit the nail on the head right there with the tape. Once NFL teams really key in on what he does well and what he doesn't do well, it could be a different story. Jalen got some talent though. I think everybody knew that. At least I knew that coming in. You can go ahead and check my my big board from last year's college draft to find out about that. I knew he would be nice, but I think he does have limitations, and he will continue to have limitations early on, especially as a passer. But he's definitely got the type of skill set, man. He'll be able to develop in one of those top guys if it's done properly. You see, the Eagles seemingly had a top guy. Now we can debate if that was done properly because Carson Wentz all of a sudden looks like he's falling off a cliff. So, I mean, the same way that Carson Wentz is a starting NFL quarterback, Jalen Hurts may very well be a starting NFL quarterback. How good of a starting NFL quarterback yet to be seen.
Yeah, Scruff, I don't really get your statement. I mean, like Jalen Hurts is a starting NFL quarterback. I mean, last week Dwayne Haskins was a starting NFL quarterback. Nick Mullins has started some games this season. I mean, it's not a big prophecy there. You're not really stepping out on a limb. I see where you're trying to go.
You want a limb? You want a limb? You want a limb? You want a limb? You want a limb to be stepped on? I was gonna come on lightly. But Rome, since you the type of person that likes crowning people, so I'm gonna bring the tape back. I wish we could do a rewind right now of some old footage of you crowning somebody, a young quarterback with no experience at the pro level. A young man named Tua Tagovailoa, or however the hell you pronounce that shit. All I know is Jalen Hurts had 3 touchdowns, 338 yards, and 102 passer rating. Tua has never had a 3-touchdown game at the NFL level in any of the games that he's played. And people were ready to crown Tua, but people are saying that Jalen Hurts needs more time or whatever. I'm just saying, like, if we're ready to crown Tua, then, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready to go out and say. I'm ready to go out and say that Hurts is going to have a better career than Tua.
Why you gonna pronounce a man name like that though, man?
Tua Tagovailoa. Like my man Rick Ross said, Tua Tagovailoa.
Hey, I'm glad you stepped out on a limb. I asked you to step on a limb, and you definitely did it. My guy's going to the playoffs this season. He'll be there. Tua will be there. When Jalen gets there, then we can start comparing them. But it's definitely too early to crown Jalen at all. Jalen got in because Carson was stinking it up. Right, Ryan Fitzpatrick was playing great. Ryan Fitzpatrick was playing wonderful, and they were like, "Nah, Tua's the guy. Tua's the man." So I mean, the proof is kind of in the pudding. But I think we need to give Jalen Hurts a little bit more time, maybe a full season, maybe actually let him come into the season being the man, and not the guy who's going to replace somebody who was once the man and fell off.
You know who Tua reminds me of, and he may never live up to this, but how they're grooming him reminds me of Russell Wilson. Like you came into a team that has a solid defense, and we know we need to protect this young quarterback, so we're going to run the ball. And I'll even give Tua this feather in his cap. Bill Belichick is known for destroying rookie quarterbacks. He just beat Bill Belichick last week. Now, he only threw for 145 and 20 passes, a little bit of check down Charlie, but he managed the game and he won. And like you said, Nick Mullins is out there starting. There's a couple other guys out there starting that they can win. You know, they turn the ball over. He's proven himself so far to be a winner.
Hey, we put too much emphasis on quarterback stats. Way too much emphasis on quarterback stats. Yards and touchdown passes. That stuff is not as important as y'all make it out to be. The Steelers just lost to Ryan Finley, who threw for 89 yards. 89 yards. That's a horrible performance as an individual. But you know what? He got a W on his QB win-loss record. Like, Alex Smith does not throw for yards and touchdowns and all that. But Washington all of a sudden went from a joke to the first place to possibly hosting a playoff game. Not because my man was throwing for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns with no interceptions. That Pat Mahomes stuff is nice, but you can win games the way Tua does.
You using an argument and just be trying to just spin it however you want. Because last week when Jalen Hurts got the dub against the Saints, a great team, you discounted the win with saying that he didn't throw for more than 200 passing yards. Now he throws for 300. I say y'all, whatever. Whoever want to claim it can claim it. Now he goes out there and throws for 300 plus passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and he gets one on the ground. And y'all say, oh, stats don't really matter that much. Now I'm saying you can't have it both ways. That's what I'm saying. Just man, keep that.